less is more, and more isn't always better. In the society we live in, it's taught to us to always try to get a lot of stuff and to learn a bunch of different things. And instead of mastering a few things, we decide to overload ourselves with 100 things. Would you rather practice one kick 10,000 times or 10,000 kicks one time? Who do you think would win? Someone that practices that one kick throughout their whole life, or someone that practices 1,000 kicks, 1,000 different kicks one time? Being a jack of all trades isn't the way, in my opinion. It just adds a lot of stress to our body, to our life, and we're already overloaded with information and sensory, with all the new things going on. There's always a new news story, there's always some new shoes, there's always some new food or new trend, and instead of just sticking to something that we already enjoy and that we like and continuing to cultivate it, we just abandon things or spread ourselves even more thin. And everyone spreads himself out so thin nowadays. Instead of having a focus and a passion, they have 100 focuses and passions. And while it is good to have passions and stuff to focus on and goals, you'll never get there if you have 100 goals that you put a little sand in, a little time into each day, instead of just getting stuff done and working towards a few things. Like, the basics aren't bad at all. I always used to think that to be something great, to be something good, I have to go for these crazy complex things and know how to do this and know how to do that, when I haven't even learned and mastered the basics. I think going for the basics and mastering the basics and limiting it down to a few things and then building up from there is a great way. And a thing that I need to focus on more myself, and I think everyone could benefit from, is just returning to the basics. You don't need 100 clothes, you don't need 100 different activities or things that you're focusing on, or 100 things you want to master. Just getting good at those few simple, solid foundations, really getting good at them, really connecting with them, and then going from there. Because if you spread yourself too thin, especially without getting down some of the basics, such as just good diet, breathing, being present, then we're gonna lose ourselves, lose touch with who we are, and just be confused. A lot of people out here now are just confused. They don't know what they want to do. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know why they're doing what they're doing, and it's pretty sad about the lack of direction that a lot of people have nowadays. And life and the body, everything here, it's pretty simple. And its actual form is very simple, but we humans, we just complicate it and add more complexity to it, and there's no need for it. Just stay simple, master those basics, and then build from there. Don't have like an A, B, C, D, E, and F without getting through the A, B, and C first. Like, it ain't a rush. It ain't no rush, man. Like, another example is a guy that's been training jiu-jitsu for 30 years. That's all he's ever trained. And then this guy that's trained has spent like a year training judo, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, boxing, just over 5 years, 1 year for each sport. Who's gonna win in a fight? Obviously the guy who just stayed disciplined and stuck to one thing instead of spreading himself so thin. And yeah, just simple isn't bad. And having so many clothes, having so many choices, so many options, just can really throw people if they're not grounded down, know, and have that drive and have that vision. So, yeah, have a nice day, y'all.